and welcome back to Jada's Arts House of Fun Coding House here channel. My name is Mavic Squats, and today I'm going to show you how you can add a video as a background to your website. Before I start, please make sure to like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so as to get notified of upcoming videos, because there are going to be upcoming videos very soon. Now, you've decided that you are not going to use colors. You've decided that you're not going to use images. You've decided that you want to use videos as a website, as a background for your website, and that is why you're watching this video. But you wonder, why is it that it seems a bit difficult, especially if you're a beginner? Now, it's not a matter of the downloader you're using. It's not a matter of where you found the video, the source. Well, in some cases it's in the source, but mostly, what matters is one thing: the resolution. Yeah, what do I mean by resolution? Now, let's break it down. When you want to download a video, probably from YouTube, and you use a downloader, like I use 4K, some people use YouTube downloader, some use Facebook downloader, any downloader you use. When you click on that download button, the next thing you see is this: download format. We have 1080 pixels, we have 720 pixels, we have 360 pixels, we have 240 pixels, and finally, in some cases, 120 pixels. All these pixels, by the side of them or somehow below it, you see the data charges. Now, some might decide that, well, it's the same video, it's just that the data charges are different. You decide to download the lowest, which could be 120, which could be 240, or some might be generous and decide the 360 or the 720 pixels. Now, when you download it, everything you've downloaded the video is the common knowledge, but there is something that you will not know. When you use that 120 or 240 you download with that resolution, there are things that might happen. One, the video is the video, yeah, but it might be dull. You won't be able to hear the sound very well. It might not be that audible. It might be that if it's the kind that have subtitles, the subtitles will seem to be kind of clashing. But when you use the 360, the picture might be a bit okay. The picture might be, in its own way, but when you use the highest, like 1080 pixels, everything seems to be in uniform. The sound is okay, the brightness is okay, even if it has subtitles, you can read the words as clear as ever. Why is that so? True, you use the same video, but those resolutions are there for you to decide whether you want to use the high or the low. Now, if you want to use a video as a background for your website, you need to use the highest resolution that your downloader has to offer. If not the highest, then the next after the highest. Please do not fall into that temptation of using the lowest. I know the data charges may seem high, but if you use the lower ones, you might find it difficult. Yeah, you find it difficult to be able to use this video as a background for your website. Formerly, I used to have this habit of downloading the lower versions, the 120 pixels, the 240. If I'm a bit generous and I don't want to strain my eyes, I use a 360. Because when I see the 720 and the 1080 pixels, it seems to be too high. The data charges are too high, and I'm like, what's the essence? I just want to watch this video. But when I was working on my website, I figured out that it's not gonna work that way. I need to go for the best. If you want to have the best, you need to go for the best. And so I closed my eyes and decided that I am going to download with the 1080 pixels, because if not, it's not gonna work. Now, if you use the 240 pixels, try it, but it might give you difficulty. You will end up having a small frame of the picture. Now, when you use the highest, it gives you the full frame of the video. Now, I am not saying that if you don't see that 1080 pixels when you're downloading, then it means it's not the highest. No. What I mean is, when you want to download a video, you must go for the highest. Sometimes the highest might be 720. Sometimes the highest might be 360. The point is, do not go for the lowest version. That is what we are saying. There are some downloaders, like in Facebook, it would say no, the highest is 360. Some said no, it's 720. Some will even tell you it's the usual 1080 pixels, but do not go for that 120 if it is the lowest. Do not go for the 240 if it is the lowest. Go for the highest so as to have the best performance for your website. Now, I have made the HTML and the CSS. I have made my website, and as you can see, it's plain white. And I decided that I'm not using colors, I'm not using image like the last video. I want to try something new, something fresh, so I've decided that I want to use video. Not that the image is not fresh, but I want some motion, to see things moving in my website. So I have decided that I am going to use a video. Now, you've decided to use a video and you've downloaded it. I'm hoping that you've done it with the highest resolution. It's not a must that you don't see 1080, then it's not. No. You just look for the highest resolution and download. Now, you've downloaded it. Please make sure that it is in the same folder that the HTML and CSS files are in. The ones that you are currently working on, they are in the same folder. Mine is in the same folder, the form, as you can see. And now I'm going to the HTML form. As you can hear, I've created the form. I just want to add it to bring it to life, to make movements around it. So the body, after the body, I am going to add the div class. Yeah, the div class, because I do not want it to interfere with the ones I've already done. I've worked so hard on this page of mine, so this div will help to organize it, so when I'm styling it, no interference, everything just goes straight the way it should be. So I'm going to name this as video container. It's going to contain everything about the video. And then my div class, yeah, I'm creating another one. Now this is for styling. Some might use it because no matter the resolution you use, some videos just do not want to be bright. They are still dull no matter what you do. So in such cases, you use this cover overlay. The cover overlay will, as you see, it will enhance the video. For those who their videos might be dull, you can use a brighter color, but don't worry, as time goes on you will see. Now you can notice that I've closed the div. The div I closed was not the div class overlay. The div I closed was the div class video container. How? When I opened this div class video container, I didn't close it. I opened another div inside it. It's more like when you build a house. Inside that house, you built a room. This is the room. The room is cover overlay. And then I closed the house. Closing the door to the house does not mean that I've closed the room. The room is inside the house, and inside the house I want to add stuffs like the bedroom, the bed, the furniture, and that's what I'm gonna do. Now the first thing I'm gonna add is the bed, the video, which is the main thing. The video would automatically play, and it will loop, play continuously, and then mute it. Now, if you've not watched our last video on 7 ways to add a video to a website, here's the thing. I'm gonna explain it briefly, but you can always go and check the button. Yeah, I'm gonna add it to the button, you'll see it. Now, muted is this. Why did I mute it? Yeah, granted, video means motion with images with sound. That's motion pictures, yeah. There are some browsers that have this strict rule or regulation that they do not want a background website that has sound, because they seem to be disturbing their clients that are going through it. So as not to have any of those challenges, they may decide to mute it or totally remove it. So your website might appear to be blonde, or they might add colors, I don't know, but in some cases they mute it. So as not to have that kind of issue, or not having the issue of them removing it from you for you, it's best to mute it. So what the person will see is a video that is moving but no sound. And that's why if you want to download the video, I suggest you use the nature own or the pets videos, or you could use any video so far that it's like a 1 minute video. Just make sure it doesn't have to be a full video like all the SpongeBob SquarePants video. It doesn't have to be that long. You just have to make it to be a short video that keeps on, continuously moving. It could be about animals, it could be about anything, just a normal picture video that does not go against the rules and regulation of the browser, so as not to have any challenges. So the source is what I'm gonna add next. The source is src. The source, where did I get the video from? The video is saved as I saved that video as here. I saved it in the same folder as my form and the other form, and it's named Sweet. I saved it as Sweet. The name is so long, so I decided to shorten it and name it Sweet. And the type is a video. It's a video apparently, MP4. Then we close the video, and then we can now close the div containing the cover overlay, and then we save it, and then we run. Now where is the video? It's not here, it's over here. Yes, we finally had our video in our website, but we have a teensy bit of problem. What's the problem? As you can see, the fill out your form and everything, it's not in the video, and that's what I want. I want it to be inside because it's a background. I don't want it to deviate from it. That's where CSS comes to play. So we go to our CSS, and then I'll call on the video container, and the position should be absolute. Yeah. Top should be 0. The left of the page, not auto, 0. Then the width would be 100%. 100%, and as we save it, then we run, and there you have it. The position absolute made everything that I've done so far, all the whole fill out the form, everything just decided, everything came to be part of the body, and so there is no space, but we have seen so far how the whole background is, but it's everything with the other, but it's progress, but done yet. So now let's see. Okay, it's okay now. That color overlay, I said some use design, but in case maybe the color isn't that bright, you want to use color, then you can use this color overlay, or you can name it anything. You can decide to name it anything, but I showed us to understand what I'm doing. I named it color overlay. So the position would be absolute, and the top would be 0, left, zero. The background color, to make it bright, you can use any bright color that comes to mind. What comes to mind on mine right now is light blue. I just love the color blue. And yeah, then the width would be 0.333. Yeah, let's make it that. Save. And remember, please always save your work so as not to end up cleaning off. 165. The height. The view height, how high it should be. You use this view VH very well when you are dealing with videos, and you can see the color is here, but I am not seeing anything. It's kind of overrode my video. It's hard to see it. It seems as if I used a it seems as though I used color. So to make this more okay, I'm gonna use opacity 0.6. Save, and then it will give me this. There, my video is safe and sound, happy with no issues. So the page, it's kind of transparent. I can see through the video, and the color, the video is not so sharp, it's not too dull. It's quite okay. Let's see, just a test it out. 0, and here, let me check. Okay, 0, then save. This, let me wipe it out. Control S here. Aha, it's much better. Added my video as long. Don't worry. Just you pause whenever you see. You take notice of it. Just take you work with alongside, and then when you're done, you get up from that chair and then scream out joy, because you just another fine task so far in order to add color to a website, how to add an image as a background for your website, and how to add a video for this website. Now let me laugh by like video, subscribe, click on that subscription button. It's not hard, it doesn't cost it. Just click on the subscription button and click on the notification bell so as to get notified of upcoming videos. Please do not forget that bell is very important. So like, subscribe, click on the notification bell, and if you want, you can comment on this video and tell me what you love so far about all the videos that are maybe in the past or this current video that you're watching. And now, after everything we've done, we've seen our work from plain old white to a video that's not too bright, not too dull. Everything is in uniform. Now remember what you when you're down. Make sure to download it should be 1080. If 60 is the highest, if 720 is the highest, download it. 80 pixels, please download it. It's real. If you want to test, and the best there. Thank you very much. Please, we would like House of Fun, Coding House. Will be coming up later. Keep on watching. Have a great day.